Hello, my lovely Virgo, and welcome to your moon reading. This is a full moon reading today, so hopefully this will resonate with you. Pardon me. If it does, please do like, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell, all that other great stuff. I would really appreciate it. It is free, costs you nothing, and it does really help me grow my channel, so it would mean a lot to me. Otherwise, if it doesn't resonate with you, please go ahead and just pass on through or get one of your other signs that you might have in your chart and check it out. But let's go ahead and get started. We're going to do a 7-card moon circle here in this lovely full moon where people do seem to be acting a little crazy. I don't know if you've noticed that or not yet, but I'm off. So the first position is what you're facing now or what you're in. Second position is what got you there. Third position is like a challenge card in typical tarot, and it's what's keeping you there. Fourth position is your optimal outcome should you follow the 5th, 6th, and 7th positions. So let's see. Hopefully, if you can't see, don't worry about it. We will go ahead and go through them one at a time and clarify. So hopefully this will resonate with you. Let's see what we've got for you. So right now we've got self-reflection. Okay, so I do feel like for those of you out there in the collective here, you guys are really having some issues with kind of the way you feel about where you are now, okay? And I know this happens probably to many people at the beginning of the year, but I think it's more than that, right? I think for a lot of us, again, and I'll say it like I've said it so many times in other readings, with the change of that 15-year cycle, when Pluto came into Aquarius, people are starting to be more about the wanting to kind of be more into, I don't want to say selfish type of vibe, but they're more like, okay, I want to start living for me, you know, kind of like that. What have I been wasting my time on? You know, I want something that I can enjoy. Time's short. You know, what do I want to do for me that I enjoy? You know, those kinds of vibes, right? And I think a lot of us have been, you know, really kind of charged with that reevaluation of where we are, right? Where are we? Are we where we wanted to be by this age, by this date? Am I really happy with what I've done? You know, do I really love my job? Do I really love this relationship, or am I in it for convenience or because I've just been in it so long? You know, am I at this job because I really love it? Or is it just because it's okay, it pays the bills, it's the first job I got, you know, out of college and I just stuck with it? Or it's the job that my parents picked for me for a field and I never stopped because I was already in it, you know, that kind of thing. And I think that's what's happening with you right now. You're really in a self-examining mode. And I think a lot of it is you almost, I think for many of you, you don't know. You really don't know. And I think the biggest part is you've never really examined this before. I think that's the biggest issue for you, is you're like, I know I'm not where I want to be, right? Or what I want to be doing. You know, I know this isn't my ideal life. Like if I wrote down dream life, you know, dream job, dream home, dream place to live, dream significant other, could I check every single one as yes? No, I couldn't, right? That's maybe what you're thinking, right? But you're like, but you know, what is mine, right? It's like a harder question to answer than most people think, right? And I think that's what a lot of us are starting to think. We're starting to find that out, right? As we think this, we start going, shouldn't this be easy to answer? Shouldn't I automatically know? I mean, heck, when I was a kid, I knew I wanted to be a princess or a ballerina or, you know, a firefighter or what, you know. Shouldn't this be easy? Well, it's not easy, right? Because now we've been jaded by a lot of things. Now we've gone through a lot of things. It's easier to know what we don't want now at this age than what we do, unfortunately. And that's where the questions start to come in, right? And so it's not only hard to figure out what we want, but how to get it. That's when it really gets complicated, right? So what got you there is this seeking wisdom, right? And wisdom in this deck, as you can tell, she's standing on books. That's all great, but she's reaching for higher wisdom, guidance, higher divination. Help me. What is it I want? What does I need? What am I missing, right? What is it in my life that I am missing that's going to fill the void, the hole in my soul, the hole in my happiness, the hole in my heart, whatever it may be, right? What is it I want, right? And this is where you really are starting to reflect, because again, I really feel like that's the thing. Most of us never really thought about it. We've never really had the chance to think about it. And once we start thinking about it, we're almost shocked at how do we not know what we want, right? How can we not know? Everybody should know, but it's so much easier to know what we don't want. So what's keeping us in it is this void, darkness. And darkness in this deck is specifically, if you see the little rabbit, it's about watching things from afar and kind of seeing how things play out, people, places, activities, actions, without them knowing you're watching, right? So how do people act when you're not looking? What is their moral compass? What is their, what is their character like, right? Because that's what people are like when they don't think anybody's looking. That's their true character, right? Not what they tell you. People will tell you anything they think you want to hear, right? Nobody's going to tell you at a job, hey, work here, we'll treat you like crap. Hey, keep dating me. I'm eventually going to, treat you like absolute garbage, right? That's not going to happen, right? So this is where you actually watch and you kind of learn what people are really like. And I think that's what's keeping you in it, is because you're really trying to watch and see other people's lives, right? You're trying to see who really does look happy. Not on social media, right? Everybody looks happy on social media. Nobody posts pictures of, this is me and my husband beating the crap out of each other. That's not happening, right? Everybody looks happy on social media. So you're actually watching people, your friends, your family, people at work, people that you know personally, and trying to decide, what is it that makes a happy person? What is it that makes somebody, a little bit less stressed? What is it that makes somebody, do whatever it is that you feel like you might want to be, right? Whether it's happy, whether it's wealthy, whether it's, relaxed, whether it's, in a committed relationship that seems to be doing well, if you're lonely, whatever it may be, right? And I think this is the thing, is you're trying to figure this out, right? Because again, you don't even know exactly what you want, and you surely don't know what it takes to get there, right? But you just know that you want something different. And that's okay. That's fantastic that you are actually analyzing this, because it's letting you know that you want something better for your life and you deserve something better. And that's the first and most important key. And the second thing is, you're doing what is best by watching, right? You don't ask people. Nobody's going to tell you the truth. You don't go, are you happy in your marriage? Because somebody's going to go, oh no, hell no, I hate it. It's awful, terrible, sucks, don't do it. Not really. They're not going to say that. They might, but most people won't, right? Most people are going to, oh, it's wonderful, sunshine and rainbows. Do you like your job? Oh, I love it. I make so much money. I mean, I read a study that said the average person claims they make like 30% more than they make in America. So people don't even tell the truth about that. You know what I mean? It's like people don't tell, they tell their version of the truth. Just like social media, it's their version of the truth, right? I mean, for the most part. Some people are real, some people are not. But when you watch them and they don't know you're watching, you can see and learn a lot more, right? And I think that kudos to you, 1,000,000%, for taking that approach, because it's a very smart approach, right? It's like if you want to date somebody and you watch them from afar and you see how they treat people when they don't think anybody's looking, when you see how they treat their exes, or, the mother of their children or father of their children, those kinds of things when they think nobody's looking, that tells you a lot about their character, right? Not what they tell you. They can tell you anything they want. So your optimal outcome, though, is the Void, and I love this card. It's probably my favorite in the whole deck. If you look at that, you'll see the person's laying comfortably in a quiet space that's comfortable and safe, and they are laying there thinking, okay? The purpose of that card is to lay, think in a quiet, safe, secure space where they can plan and decide what is best for them, how to get it, what to do, put the plan, really formulate the plan, okay? And I've always been told that if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So I'm a big proponent of planning, okay? So this card is about going into that space so that you can come out more secure, stronger, the better plan, ready to take action, well rested and ready to go. A better version of yourself, okay? With a plan in place. And I think this is exactly where you're gonna end up. I really do, okay? But how do you get there, right? Because right now you're like, I just know I want more and I deserve more. But I don't even know what more is. I sure as heck don't know how to get it. Well, the first thing you have to do is you have to nourish yourself, okay? Because you do know that you want more and you know you deserve more. Which lets me know that you haven't been taking care of yourself, right? You haven't been showing yourself enough self-love, right? Because you don't even know what kind of things make you happy. So this is where you start to find the things that make you happy, right? And it doesn't have to be anything grandiose, okay? You don't have to go on a world vacation, right? A world around the world trip in 80 days, right? This is where you take a night and you take a bubble bath for 30 minutes, right? With a glass of wine or a cup of hot chocolate or whatever you like to drink. This is where you pick a show on Netflix, excuse me, and you just binge that for a little bit. This is where you take a painting class maybe for a night, or whatever it is that you think, hey, that might sound interesting to me. I might hate it, but I might like it. And you start finding the things. That was fun. No, that sucked. I never want to do it again. That's probably going to happen too. But you find the things that nourish your soul. You may find something you really, really like. And you may suck at it, right? But you really like it, right? Hey, I took that, that painting class, or I went to that book club. And I'm not great at painting, but I loved it. It was fun, right? But I went to that book club and it was awful. I had no idea what those people were talking about, right? Okay, well, this is where you start kind of weeding things out, learning about yourself. But you have to nourish yourself emotionally, spiritually, mentally, to even find out who you are and what you want, right? And I think for a lot of you, the fact that you are even in this position that you're having to kind of say, let me look at my reflection and even see what it is I might want to do, tells me that you really haven't taken the time for yourself to even enjoy some of those things, right? And you've probably been giving to a significant other or a job or kids or something else so much that you really haven't had time to nourish yourself. And you need to do that, because part of that is finding out the things that might bring you joy, okay? And when you do that, then you have something to focus on, right? And once you've got that, then you can really decide what is I want to do, right? So that's when your willpower will come in. Then you can say, all right, I found some things I really am passionate about. And I can really put my willpower into making those things happen, right? Now I know what I like. Now I know what I want to do, right? I found out I'm really good at baking. Okay, I'm just using that as an excuse. By the way, if you suck at baking, don't think anything of it. I found I'm really good at baking, okay? So I baked for some charity. I took a baking class, really good at doing it. Now I want to go, work for a bakery, or I want to start my own business making cakes, whatever it is. That's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to put everything I've got into it, because I'm going to put my willpower to it. This is about me. This is about my life. This is what I want to do. I love it. I'm good at it. I feel it, right? Good for you. Now you found something that you can be passionate about, you can enjoy. And they say if you do something you love, you never work a day in your life, right? Same thing with this. You might meet somebody out at these types of things. And you might say, you know what, I don't give a two figs about baking, but that person that I met at the baking thing that we went for coffee afterwards, I am just smitten with this person. And just being with that person makes everything else I do a little bit better. So now just being with that person, just having that person around you, their support, their caring is making everything else so much better. And it's helping you along the way because they may offer their support. Hey, have you ever tried this? Do you like that? Hey, what about this as that? You know, and then you guys can actually use each other's energy to really kind of vibe and, you know, really find yourself that way. Doesn't matter what you're missing, but that can really help, right? And then the last thing here is resistance. And I think the thing here is you have to resist the urge to give up, okay? Because a lot of us get into that position where when things don't automatically hit right off, right? We expect something to just hit right off. First thing we go to, we expect it to be, that's it. That's going to be my career. That's going to be my dream job. This is going to be, you know, the first time I go out, if I don't find somebody who really has interest in me, ask me out on a date, you know, or the first date I go on, if they don't really spark interest in me or whatever, I'm done. You have to resist that, okay? Because if you don't, you're going to find yourself right back doing the same old thing over and over and over and over again, expecting a different result. Okay. That's going to get us nowhere. It's going to get you nowhere. It's going to get you absolutely none of the appreciation that you deserve, none of the changes you want. It's not going to get you anywhere new, better, more exciting, more fun. And, you know, half of the fun and enjoyment will be getting there for you really through this nourishment. And, you know, you are strong-willed. You will be able to do it, but, you know, just don't get defeated, right? I feel like sometimes when things don't automatically happen for us, we get defeated. I'm a person like that. I'm impatient. It's really more impatience than anything else, okay? And I tend to be like, oh, forget it. If it's going to take me more than like 3 days to, you know, find a new boyfriend and a new job I love and, you know, a new house or something, you know, I'm over it. Like, it's mostly just impatience, but a lot of us get that way. So that's why when you start to feel this way, if you start to feel like this is just taking too much, this is why this is your optimal outcome. Going into your safe space and planning, right? Resist the urge to give up. Go where you know you can be safe, calm, and plan. What do I need to do? What do I need to do next? What's my next move? Stay proactive, okay? That's what you need to do. You can get anything you want. You can make anything you want happen. You have the will to do it. You just need to nourish yourself into that and then stay planning, okay? You're going to do it. You're going to be great. But the fact that you've already noticed you want more, you want to change, you want something more exciting out of life is already telling me that you are destined for greater things, okay? So I hope this resonated with you. If it did, please do like, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell, all that other great stuff. Otherwise, I hope to see you back very, very soon. I will be putting up Celtic spirit readings. I started those. I think I only got one up before I decided to do the moon readings because it was full moon weekend and I did want to get those up while the full moon weekend was going on. But otherwise, I will be getting those up very soon. So, bye.